Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Food Nerds. And today I'm going to be making turkey, onion, and mushroom pizza. And I'm using ground turkey instead of ground hamburger or sausage because I don't know if you've seen the prices of beef lately, but oh my God, it's just simply... it's crazy. So I'm using ground turkey. Anyway, so I'm first going to roll out the dough, and I've let it proof now twice, or raise. Well, people say rise, so it's risen twice. Anyway, so I'm gonna roll out the dough, and I have my board that I'm gonna use just right here. It's actually a cutting board that's been sanitized, and my dough is right here, and I'm gonna take off my rings to do this, and I just washed my hands, and I'm gonna take off my brand new bracelet that I got. I got this. It's, I don't know if it's actual silver, but it's pretty high quality. I actually took a bath with it. I showered with it. So I'm gonna punch down the dough one more time, like that, okay? And I am going to, where's my excess flour? I'm looking for, well, I can't find my excess flour, but I'm going to flour this board right here. I'm gonna maybe move this back just a little bit. And as usual, I am not good at this sort of thing, meaning videography. I'm gonna put basically 2 heaping tablespoons of right there. You can see it. It's right there. Yeah, it's a white board, so it's kind of hard to see white flour on top of it. And this is artisan flour. So it's and it's unbleached. So even though it's unbleached, it's pretty white. And I seasoned my dough before, but I'm going to put a little bit of flour on there as I'm grabbing my dough. I'm going to just spread my flour out a little bit. And I have a marble rolling pin that I bought specifically for this. It is very heavy. But I'm first going to just incorporate this extra bit of flour in here by just turning it over a few times to get it in. And it burped. There's still plenty of gas in here. So, alright. And I am also going to put a little bit of salt. I have a marble salt shaker, and it's just easier. I find that I just get a little bit. I'm just going to salt my dough a little bit more. You don't want it too salty. Even though I have low blood pressure now. I used to have high blood pressure, but I have low blood pressure because I have a problem with my veins. I find that when I have too much salt, I get a migraine, and I don't like that. Okay, I'm also going to incorporate some garlic into this. It wants to fall out, that's okay. And turn this again up. Okay, we're just going to punch that down into there. And again, incorporating it. And we're going to top it off with some garlic. I wish I had more garlic. And I already put my herbs in here. I went ahead and did that on my second rise. Now I'm going to put actually 2 tablespoons of sugar in this, simply because it makes it taste really good. Double proof or double raise your dough. It's not necessary. Eventually I will have a dough making recipe. Let's get some more flour out of here. I don't know if you can see. Oh no, you can't see. I have some of my Halloween decorations up. Actually, I have all my Halloween decorations up. I put them up early. They're already out in the stores, and my feeling is that if people can, or the stores can have the decorations out months ahead of time, and people like myself keep their other holiday decorations, such as Christmas, up for 2 months, then I could have my seasonal fall decorations up. I've got a combination of both Halloween and fall decorations. And this is a very, very elastic dough. I feel that that's what happens when you double proof a dough like this, is it gets very, very elastic, and I think that's good. And this is actually a focaccia recipe. Not the sugar part, but in terms of the recipe itself. As you can see, it's so elastic, it's very hard for it to actually stay down. Okay, so this is about as rolled out as this is going to become. This really isn't going to become any more rolled out than what it is. So what I'm going to do, oh wait, I need to grease that first. But I don't have any oh, there went that. Huh. I don't have any spray. The light went out because I had to unplug it. I have a fairly decent sized kitchen, but here we go. But oh no, that won't work. I'm gonna have to unplug again. I forgot to get I'm gonna see if this will work instead. Well, no, I don't know how well that'll work either because I don't want it to go across the food. We shall try. All right, I'm going to oil this. I've used one without a, I'm gonna do this over the sink. I don't know if you can see, I'm over my sink right now, and okay, so I don't know how well this is there we go. Okay, that'll keep that there. All right, so we've got the dough onto here, and it is, oh my goodness, how did it start falling apart? What is going on with my dough now? It's actually not wanting. Wondering if I cut it, but how will it turn out? It's hard to cut, it's so elastic. Oh, it's tearing. I think I'm gonna have to put a little bit of flour on here. If you make this and your dough tears, then just put it back together. Or if it's doing like what it's doing with me, just make it a ball again. Use a little bit of flour. I've made this several times. I've never had dough give me this kind of problem, and I'm just not sure what is going on here. Let's turn this around. And if your dough won't cooperate, then use your second dough ball to get it to cooperate. And don't forget to have some water nearby, because you may need that to help extend your dough. Gonna keep this here. So I had an asthma attack while I was trying to make the pizza crust. Well, it was formed. I mean, it was made, but it hadn't formed it yet. So I just decided to stop and just make bread out of it, because pizza crust is bread. And so I'm making the large one, I don't know if you can see very well, and 2 small ones. But I've got to get better at this. So I guess it must have been the flour, but I started having an asthma attack, and I've already taken my daily steroidal. So I stopped, and I just decided to make bread out of it. That's the timer for the oven. Sorry, and so. pizzas will be ready. Earlier I had, I'd made the dough yesterday, and I was trying to make the dough into regular pizzas, round pizzas, and it just wasn't working. Then I had an asthma attack. And I guess it must have been the flour. Normally that doesn't happen, but I'd already taken my steroidal, and anyway, so I started having an asthma attack, and so I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make bread out of this, and then I'll turn that into pizza. So this is actually a sourdough focaccia, and I'll put the recipe in there. And I had mentioned earlier, I hadn't posted it yet, but I'd mentioned that, excuse me, that I used turkey instead of beef, in case you're wondering about the color of it, and you're thinking, well, that's not beef, and no, it's not, it's turkey. And the reason is because beef has become so incredibly expensive that it's just not really, could I buy it? Yes, I could, but I could buy a lot of other things, you know, for what I could buy. And I usually buy like a large, 5-pound of ground round, and you know, that was going to be $20, and a pound of turkey meat, I can probably get 3 meals out of that, and that costs, I think, $4, you know. So and it was less than the maybe it was less than that. Anyway, it was still less than a pound of hamburger meat. I said, I like turkey, so I'm just going to use that. So anyway, there we go. And so that's it. So it'll be done pretty soon. And here we have the finished product. So it's a version of my favorite pizza. So I started to touch my face, which means I've got to put more antihistamine on my skin. Anyway, so it's a version of my favorite, which is sausage, mushroom, and onion. And what you didn't see is I opened up the oven after I put it back in, right after I closed it, and turned this off and put on the onions because I forgot. Anyway, it's really good. If you can afford the hamburger, or if you want to spend it. I mean, I can't afford it. It's just that, you know, $20 I could buy, you know, a bottle of milk, make, you know, some other bread, you know, some veggies, and lots of other stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous how expensive beef has gotten. And I mean, I know inflation is bad, but, you know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so like I said, it's a version of my favorite. It's beef, onion, and mushroom. And I was introduced to this by somebody who was a friend of mine when I was 12 years old, and I loved it ever since. But this is turkey, and trust me, it tastes just as good as the beef. If you don't like turkey, then, well, just use beef. But anyway, so that's it. And I'm gonna let this cool before I taste it, because it's right out of the oven, and I want to let it cool just a little bit. But I'll come back and give it a taste for y'all. Okay, so I've got a piece, so I'm gonna try it now. It's cooled off just a little bit. That was really good. And the bread being a, excuse me, let me finish swallowing. The bread being a sourdough focaccia, it's kind of like having French bread toast, you know, only it's focaccia, you know, sourdough focaccia. So after I'm done eating, I'll post the recipe for y'all, and that includes the bread. So anyway, if you make it, I hope you enjoy it.